Good morning, everyone. Today we're talking about mobile computing and its impact on the society as well as the future of mobile computing. If you look the last 10 years, you've seen that mobility had gone really a long way. We have seen our ability to do computing using mobile devices, whether they are iPad, iPhone, or like smartphones. We're able to conduct business on the phone by, it's not just like checking of an email, but we also saw these devices being able to identify the location of where you are. So with the GPS combined with a phone, the phone is able to tell you what kind of services you can get in a specific location. Of course, we are able to do the social networking, Facebook, chatting, texting, and all of that. And as we talked earlier, it actually led to an erosion of the social life. So majority of us are communicating electronically rather than face to face. Some of the new things that we are seeing in mobility is context-aware services. And it's not just that the phone is aware of your location, but it's also aware of the role you play in a specific location. So when I enter the classroom, my role as a professor is very different from yours, and thus the information that is provided to me is different. I may have attendance, for example, in front of me, and we will see in the near future how devices and machines and things around us will have sensors and ability to communicate with each other, ability to communicate with you, giving you information as we will see. They are currently experimenting in terms of mobility of replicating the 5 senses: your ability to see, your ability to hear, your ability to smell, ability to touch, and so on. And if I'm like reading, just like if you Google the Internet of Things and ability to see, you will see how different organizations and different universities around the US are actually experimenting with these technology. Now, mobility is considered to be really a very drastic technology. It caused a lot of change in a very short period of time. It's way surpassed even the internet. We didn't see that huge number of subscribers to the internet as we have seen to mobile devices. So in just less than 10 years, we have 6.9 billion mobile subscribers. They are saying that in this year or coming 2 years, the average person will have 5 different devices connected to the internet. We've also seen huge adoption in tablets, mini tablets. So people are now having e-readers that read for them. And you're using them for jobs, for work, and for studying, and so on. Now, if we look at business, for every 4 projects that deal with mobile applications, we only have 1 project that is for the PC or for a computer. Majority even of the applications that are being introduced by software companies are for mobile devices. Now, one drastic change that actually happened because of mobility and because of mobile devices is the social interaction, and in all different kind of industries. But I'm going to use one that is that you all can identify with, and that's education. You see, I mean, like, even though TSU is a very slow adopter of mobile technology, even then we can see a huge change in the way we are delivering education and knowledge and training to students. A lot of the classes are using these mobile devices in order to allow students or give them access to immediate knowledge. So you have that immediacy because of the use of mobile devices. They can have immediate access to information, and that does not stop at the end of a lecture. You continue to have access to the knowledge beyond the lecture, beyond the classroom, beyond the professor. So it increases, of course, the set of resources that you have. But again, mobile devices and the internet is also delivering education that's very individualistic to every individual, to every student. If someone is visual, they can look at PowerPoint slides on a particular topic and actually try yourself. Type in a topic and then at the end PPTX, which is the extension for a PowerPoint, and you will see a lot of files that are just PowerPoint slides on that topic. If you are interested in videos, then you can restrict your search in Google to just videos, or you can go to YouTube and you can find a lot of videos on that topic. If you want to read text, then definitely you can just like Google it and again restrict it to just text. So we have a very rich again resource that is enabling students resources that are customized for their learning style. We also have continuity. As I said earlier, the learning does not stop at the end of a classroom. It does not stop at the professor. It does not stop at your group or team members, but you have a wide variety of resources that continue to be available to you beyond the classroom, beyond the professor, beyond the team members, and so on. A lot of researchers are actually trying to see how effective these resources are to the traditional resources that we used to have. Would someone with a mobile device do better on an exam? Like preparing only with just a mobile device for an exam will do better than someone who is taught the traditional way through a professor, through in lectures, specific times, and with team members. So part of the popularity of the mobile computing platform is the fact that you have these interdependent multi-layers. When I told you about an architecture, we said that the architecture is a combination of hardware, software, people, processes, networks, and so on. So with the mobile devices, you see seamless integration between the layers. You don't feel whether a particular service is provided by the hardware itself or by the application, because the application works so well with the hardware, especially if you are like if you are on an iPhone and like using a device that's tailored for the Mac or for the iPhone, you don't see that movement, or you don't feel whether it is the hardware or the software. There is seamless integration between the two. So the hardware works very well with the software, with the networks, and so on. As we said, location-based is everywhere. I mean, like all devices can identify the particular location and suggest services to you that are available in that location, but also the fact that they will be aware also of the context and situation that you are in will play a big role in the near future and will cause these devices to be really intelligent devices, smart devices. So when we say smartphone, it's not just that you can do certain things on the phone, but the ability of the phone to recognize where you are and the role that you play and the information that you need, and to suggest things for you even in advance. So we see that embedded intelligence, and the intelligence is coming not just because it's aware of the location and it's aware of the situation, but it's also coming from the fact that it analyzes the data it collects about you. So when the phone understand how you are using it, and then providing different kinds of statistics on that, what we call descriptive. Descriptive statistics are just summary. On average, you are using the phone to Google how many hours a day. So the description is just like giving you average, minimum, maximum, the standard deviation. All of that is just descriptive statistics. But then the ability of the phone to predict in advance what is it that you need and to provide that service for you, again, will be a very powerful tool. Now, and it's not even stopping at that, it's also providing prescriptive statistics. A lot of times it is okay like to predict what I need, but is it good for me? Is it something that will help me live a better life? Is it something that will help me be a better person? So now what we will see, and again they are experimenting with that type of statistics, is the prescriptive, which is the ability to prescribe, suggest a different course of action so that you live a better life. So the phone will be connected with sensors and will allow me to will provide me information about my mobility. How much did I move? And I'm not talking about mobility meaning in a computing sense, but just like moving. And then will predict, if you continue that kind of trend, what will happen to your health in terms of like cholesterol levels, blood pressure, heart health, and so on. But then it will also prescribe for me an alternative course of action. You need really to do more exercises because your heart rate is not at where it is, or the blood pressure and so on. So these are things that we will see in the near future. Near field communication, again, ability of a smartphone or a phone or a device to communicate with something else in close distance, in a very short distance. I'm not gonna go over it because I want you to watch the video, so I'm gonna skip like the explanation and let you watch the video, and I'll make sure that you actually watch the video because the quiz actually has a lot of the info, or is testing you about the information on this video. So now mobility with what they call the Internet of Things, and it is a capital I, lowercase o, and a capital T, IOT. That's what's the acronym that they use now for Internet of Things. Capital I, as we said, lowercase o, capital T, is what we will see again in the next 3 years, and actually a lot of companies have started, is the ability of physical objects to collect information, analyze information, communicate information with you. And I say between parentheses wearables, and I'm not going to talk about wearables a lot because we have a whole presentation on it, but it's just things that you wear. So these things can monitor and can sense the internal state, like your blood pressure or your heartbeats or your temperature and so on, and provide that information to a physician, to yourself, and so on. But also they don't stop about just monitoring the internal state. They also can communicate with an external environment. So for example, they are, and you all must have heard about cars that have these sensors, so they are able to see, or like sense, not see, if another car is coming, and prevent you from swerving to the right if that car is coming that fast. So even if you try to do it, it will not go. So that's interacting with the external environment, monitoring these activities. So again, healthcare is really a lead in that area because they have these sensors. They send elderly to homes early from the hospital, and with a lot of devices that monitor their activities and intervene if there is something alarming. So information is aggregated, a lot of the data is presented to the physician in real time. So you don't, and that will reduce, of course, healthcare cost. And again, there is another video that I want you to watch about the vision of Microsoft for the future of healthcare using the Internet of Things. So I'm gonna just like share with you a summary of what you will see in the video, in that you see healthcare ability to remotely monitor patients and their health and their vital signs without having like to send a nurse or anything. Everything is automated. They collect these data. The device is able to identify irregularities, something that is wrong, alert the physician and intervene at the right time in order again to improve health, but at a low cost. Other industries that where we see mobile technology and the Internet of Things is mining. They have inspection of mining equipment and instant delivery of reports to managers in case there is a danger. So you would prevent something like the BP that happened in the Gulf of Mexico and so on. If they knew at that time, they would have implemented that kind of technology. That's all for mobility. I'm going to stop right here. I hope you will watch the video for the group also and have a better understanding of it. Make sure that you watch the 2 videos that I have in my presentation in order to fully understand what is near-field communication and the Internet of Things in healthcare. Thank you all for listening.